Hey guys, this is my review for Burnout Paradise, the Ultimate Box. So in this game, you get given a license, and then you have to try and level your license up by doing like random races around this town. It's meant to be an open world game, but it's just like your average size city. I don't think there was anything too special to the city. It's got like a few off routes with jumps. The game's meant to be a Burnout like series game, which I guess is meant to be like a carry on from the rest of the Burnout series. I kind of thought it failed as a Burnout game, because most Burnout games have like excessive amounts of carnage and destruction, at least the ones that I've played anyway. I don't think I've played them all, but from all the ones I've played, they've always had lots of explosions, crashes, and lots of like cool cars. In this game, they definitely did do like some cool graphics with when your car or whatever hits something, when it goes into slow motion and shows all the parts slowly like smashing together, which was quite cool. But I mean, it was only cool for like 2 hours or so, and then eventually it just becomes the most annoying thing to ever happen to you in this game. The races are pretty much, you got drifting, like stunt racy sort of things, where you have to do jumps and stuff to get points, and then you've got your standard race, which is from start to finish, and then you've got hitting people, and you have to kill like a certain amount of people, and then you have to do survival races, where like super strong cars try to ram you off the road and kill your car, and then you've got burning routes, which is basically where you use like random cars to try and beat a timer, and then if you beat the timer, you unlock a new car. But to get your new license, you start off with like one that only takes like 5 races or something to get to your next license, and then it'll upgrade, so you can pretty much do any race. There's pretty much a race on like every corner of every street in the entire map, and then what you have to do is just like win a certain amount of races of any of them, and then it will reset those races, and you have to win a certain amount of like again to upgrade your license. One thing I hated about this is that you seem to always end up finishing at the same points. There's only like 6 unique points in the game where the finish line is. The starting position always seems to change between them unless you're playing the same event, because every time you unlock your license, ones that you've already finished then become able to be redone and still count towards your new license, which kind of sucked, because when your finish line like never really moves, you always seem to end up near the same position, which means that you always go to the closest race to that one to complete it. You're not actively looking for new races. So I mean, you probably do like the same exact race maybe 5 times in this entire game, because it just is always the most closest and easiest one to get to. At least that's what I found when I was playing it. So basically the game finishes, it has like this ending thing after like, I think you reach like level A license, or elite or something, but anyway, so you reach that after doing 80 unique races, after like it progressively goes up from like 7 or something. So then you do this 81, and then it has like this ending thing to say that you're like really good at driving or whatever, and then it offers you the elite license. So basically you've only unlocked about 30 of the vehicles when you finish the game, and then if you want to unlock all the rest and continue it, you have to complete every single race that they have in the entire like map world sort of thing. So I think that's something like 180 unique races, and then that includes all the like burning routes and stuff to unlock all the cars. And then to unlock cars, you either win them in a race, or you have to hit them off the road once you've done enough races to unlock them. But I don't know, the whole elite thing was really boring, because I mean, who wants to do that many races, especially when you've already probably done most of them, just trying to get your first couple of licenses. But I guess if you really enjoyed this game, then you'd probably do it. But I don't know, I just got so bored doing it. I think it was around about, I did do the elite to get all the cars, but I mean, it wasn't really worth it, because the really fast cars they kind of sucked when you're trying to play with them, because it just, the faster your car goes, the harder it seems to get to control them. So I don't know, I preferred just the ones that you got before you went into elite, which I think is the one in my gameplay video is probably one of my favourite cars in the game that I unlocked. But yeah, but for a Burnout series, this game really failed. I thought it was kind of a letdown, because that was the main reason why I bought it, was based on the other Burnout games I'd played. And then you come to this one, which is meant to be a Burnout game, and it just seemed to leave out the best parts of what was in other Burnout games. But I mean, it was still fun. The thought of an open world with like the previous gameplay from Burnout games would have been amazing, but they seem to just do basic races, which was kind of like stupid. And not having any ability to really alter your cars, they just do paints and like decals that you can change on your cars to preset ones that they have, which sucked. I mean, you really like something like Need for Speed where you can kit out your car and fully like change it and get new engines and increase the speed and stuff. That is really fun when it comes to open world games. In open world games, you don't really want to be just using your standard like set vehicles. It's just kind of lame. So there's also a couple other races and extra content in this game that you can buy, such as motorbike races, which I think comes in the Ultimate Edition one, but there's also like special edition cars and stuff that you can pay extra money to get. I could not be bothered, because honestly, even the extra content just seems to be the same old races, just with different cars and motorbikes or whatever. It really doesn't improve on how fun it is playing with a different car on the same exact race. It just is like still boring playing it like that. So because of that, I'm only going to give this game a 5 out of 10. Because I mean, I did enjoy it for the first couple of hours, and the graphics were pretty cool, to be honest. The music that they added to this game for the soundtrack was really cool. But that's pretty typical of car racing games. They have some pretty cool music to keep you going, especially when you're racing, just to get that like sort of adrenaline feely sort of thing to driving a car fast and dangerously. But yeah, but otherwise, I mean, the gameplay wasn't that great, to be honest. I mean, it was fun for the first couple of races, and it just ends up being this repetitive driving around the same area. They don't even have like quick teleport in this game, so pretty much if you want to go to the other side of the world, you have to drive for a couple minutes, which really sucks since like half the races end up in the country when they finish. So then you have to drive like 2 minutes of gameplay time back into the game, into the city, to find a race that you haven't completed yet, which is absolutely boring when you're playing this game, especially when you got a really slow car, because you're trying to like do burning routes or whatever, and you're ending up in the middle of nowhere and you have to drive to some lot to change your car. It's just really boring. But yeah, but in this game there's also petrol stations which give you NAS, and I think there's like a mechanic or something which repairs your car, and then you've got junkyards where you can like switch vehicles. I mean, you do use them quite a lot, so it's quite good to find them. You don't automatically get a map that's already filled out. You have to go and find everything yourself, and there's also like jumps and stunt jumps and stuff that you can find. I mean, it's not really that useful going out to try and find them all, because I mean, they don't exactly unlock anything special in like the entire game. There's no special item you get if you find like everything. They have like these achievements in game which offer no bonus, but they're an achievement, so it seemed pointless to get them. I mean, it's not even like a Steam achievement, it's just an in-game achievement. Like, they made them for Steam or something, but then didn't add them properly to Steam. I'm not sure what the deal was there. The menu system to this game sucks so bad. Like, you have to press these keys, and you have to wait for it to fully load before you can press it again to move it, and you have to go like 3 whole screens just to get to the save/quit game menu, which really sucks. I mean, they have this online thing with your friends and stuff. I think they tried to make this game more online, but it seems to slightly fail since their servers kind of sucked. I mean, they have this online advertising thing when you open the game up at the beginning, and pretty much every time I opened it up, it just, like, it wouldn't even load because it was just so badly done. But still, I mean, it did offer a couple of hours of good gameplay, so I'm only going to give it a 5 out of 10. That's just my opinion. If you don't agree with it, drop what you thought of the game in the comments below this video, or if you did agree with what I'm saying, then drop what you thought in the comments below anyway. But yeah, I'm only going to give it a 5 out of 10. Okay guys, see ya.